Hello again, Mrs. Fuller here with another question that we're going to answer. What happens to an egg when soaked in vinegar? So all you're going to do is take an egg, a raw egg. Make sure you clean your hands after this. And you're going to put it in a cup. Then you're going to take some vinegar. You're going to pour it so the egg is completely submerged. And this is just white vinegar. And as this is in there, you can see that bubbles start to form on the egg. And I'm going to zoom in on the camera so you can see what's happening. You can see that the entire egg has bubbles surrounding it. Here's the side angle, and you can see some of those bubbles are floating up. A couple of observations I was able to make. In 24 hours, I saw bubbles all over the outside of the egg. The bubbles are actually carbon dioxide. After 24 hours, I moved the egg to a different cup with new vinegar. It was slippery, increased in size, and felt pretty rubbery. If you take a look at our two eggs, this is an egg that was just placed in vinegar, and this egg has been in there for about 36 hours now. Let's talk about the science behind this. Vinegar is an acid. Eggshells are made up of calcium carbonate. This is what makes them hard. Fun fact, our bones also contain calcium carbonate. If you soak an egg in vinegar, the eggshell will absorb the acid and break down or dissolve. When the egg and the vinegar combine, a chemical reaction takes place and carbon dioxide, which is a gas, is released. This goes into the air, and this is what the bubbles are made out of. This process keeps happening until all of the carbon in the egg is used up, and that takes about a day. What is left is the soft tissue that lined the inside of the eggshell. Once the shell is gone, the vinegar goes through a process called osmosis, which slightly inflates the egg. This helps toughen the membrane. What I learned, store-bought vinegar is made up of acetic acid, which makes up about 4% of the vinegar, and water makes up about 96%. Eggshells are made up of calcium carbonate, and that is what actually makes them hard. A chemical reaction takes place between the two. So the difference between the two eggs. First, take a look at the color. I can observe that this is white, still has the shell, it's hard, I can tap on it. Can't squeeze this. The other egg, however, lost its shell. It's squishy. And when I tap on it, there's no noise. It's a different color. It's almost translucent. I'm going to take this egg outside and see if I could drop it without it breaking. Here with a regular egg and the egg that's been soaked in vinegar, and we're going to see what happens when I drop them from about a foot. All right, well, as expected, that egg broke. Here's the egg that's been soaked in vinegar. Oops, Target bag. Try it from about the same height. And it just bounced away. And it didn't even break. So I'm gonna try to drop it from a little bit higher and see what happens. This is about 3 feet off the ground. 3 feet broke it. Interesting. That's what was inside the egg. So there's the inside lining of the shell and the regular yolk that you would see inside an egg. And that was an excellent experiment. Shout out to my nephews Luke, Gunnar, Dylan, and Landon that wanted to shout out on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.